Majority Leader is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. President. Now, today the Senate will take up a series of votes to confirm 3 highly qualified nominees to the Biden administration: Jason Miller for Deputy OMB Director, Janet McCabe for Deputy EPA Administrator, and Colin Kahl for Undersecretary of Defense for Policy. And then, later this afternoon, the Senate will move forward with the process to take up the bipartisan water infrastructure bill. I expect the Senate will do so with significant bipartisan support. The water infrastructure bill is as non-controversial as it gets. It was approved by the Environment and Public Works Committee on a unanimous vote, every single Democrat, every single Republican, thanks to the good work of Chairman Carper and Ranking Member Capito. This water infrastructure bill is also a core component of the Republican infrastructure proposal released last week. So I hope this legislation will serve as a starting point for our 2 parties to collaborate on infrastructure when and where we can. At the moment, Senators Carper, Duckworth, and Cardin continue discussions with Republican senators about possible amendments. But let me be very clear. The Senate must conclude its work on the water infrastructure bill before the end of the week. This is not a controversial bill or a complicated new program. In too many communities, access to clean, safe, and affordable drinking water is not a guarantee. Surely we can all agree that in America, clean drinking water should be a fundamental guarantee. The Senate must take the first necessary steps to invest in communities with aging water infrastructure by passing this bill, and we must do so this week. Now, on nominees. Yesterday, I highlighted a number of accomplishments the Senate Democrat majority made during the first 100 days of the Biden administration. Thanks primarily to the American Rescue Plan, the most sweeping federal recovery effort in decades, shots are going into arms, money is going into people's pockets, and businesses, schools, and restaurants are starting to reopen. Americans finally have some reason for hope. Jobs are coming back. The economic recovery is accelerating, and the pace of vaccinations has far exceeded even President Biden's own goals. After one of the most difficult years in recent memory, the first 100 days of the Biden presidency and the new Senate Democratic majority has seen the country turn a corner. Slowly but surely, we are proving to the American people that government and the Senate can work for them. As President Biden prepares to take stock of where we've come from and where we still need to go with a joint address to Congress, it's worth looking back at some of the accomplishments of these first 100 days. Among those accomplishments is the fact that the Senate has confirmed the most diverse cabinet in history, faster than under both Presidents Trump and Obama, and all of them with bipartisan support. 11 are people of color, 10 are women, and among them we have a former teacher, a former construction worker, several former veterans, a small businessman, even a musician. A far cry from the, shall we say, less economically diverse cabinet chosen by the former president. Now, more than ever before, we have a cabinet that looks like America. In our nation's history, the Treasury Secretary has only ever been a white man, an unbroken streak of 77 white men in a row. This Senate confirmed the first woman to serve as Treasury Secretary in our history, Janet Yellen. The list of firsts goes on. The first African American to serve as Defense Secretary, the first black man to serve as EPA Administrator, the first ever Indigenous American, and the first ever openly gay secretary to lead any cabinet agency. Last week, the Senate confirmed Vanita Gupta to Associate Attorney General, the first woman of color and the first civil rights attorney ever to hold that position. Last month, Dr. Rachel Levine became the Deputy Secretary of Health and Human Services, the first openly transgender federal official in American history. Federal agencies have enormous influence over the policies that affect the day-to-day lives of the American people. Whether registering for Social Security, filing for unemployment, veterans benefits, or seeking a small business loan, average folks interact with these cabinet agencies every single day, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of times. Having capable, experienced, and energetic public servants at the top of these agencies matters. And it matters, too, that they come from different backgrounds and have lived different experiences. By confirming historically diverse nominees, we're showing the American people that their government represents them and that all of their voices matter. We also know that a cabinet with diverse views will produce policies that better reflect the needs of a diverse nation. I'm proud of the nominees we've confirmed over the first 100 days. As we move forward, the Senate will continue working with the White House on confirming nominees and judicial appointments that reflect the diversity and dynamism of our great country. I yield the floor.